It is Sunday, July 28th. Time is 1:19 p.m. It's a review of the week. I haven't done a video all week long, and it was a good week for the macros, not very good for the Forex. Taking a full loss on the Forex for the week. I got out of everything, close all, and I was done. So with that said, starting off with the MYM, opened up in here, moved around a little bit. First opportunity was a long in here, giving you plenty of times to get in. It took a little bit of heat the first time and a few other times. Then it moved up. Target was here, and I was out of everything in here. Then in here I took it again, and I was out of everything in here again, but could have left a piece, but it was a good week for the MYM, so I was out of everything. MNQ, not quite similar story, but I did take profit. I did take a little bit of gain on this one. I'm long, took a lot of heat, didn't get it filled, did not get filled in here. Then I finally got filled in here. Took a lot of heat, then I was out with a gain somewhere in here or in here, I can't remember. MES long B1, added to it. Both positions took some heat, but not a lot. Took a piece in here and out of everything in here. Then again, think in here I kind of took it in here as I was heading up, because I don't have a limit order in. I had to keep watching it, and so I took it somewhere in this bar, and I was out of everything in here. M2K, a little bit of different story. I was short, didn't get a chance to add. I was out in here, then out of everything in here. Then I took it again in here. I had the limit in here, didn't quite touch it. Then toward the end of the week, I took out. I was out of everything. So all in all, I was break even on the M2K. 10Y did not do anything. Looks like he's waiting for this week with the Fed meeting. It was the same with the ZN. Gold, this is a rollover, so I did take it in here, and I didn't get a chance to add. Toward the end of the week, I was out of everything with a loss. This would have been a good trade, didn't take it. Would have been a long in here, 30-year, and it would have gone all the way back to the midpoint again. It would have been a nice gain, which I did not trade. Oil, took a long. I was out. Some in here, then added that piece back in here, out in here, and it moved up. I got my limit to take out of everything in here, and at the same time I brought in my rest of the order to break even, and I think it got filled in here on the last piece. Two contracts. One kept one. One was a gain. Then the other one was exact gain in here. So I took it a piece in here. Then I put the stop order. At this point, I took my gain, it moved up. I was hoping to get to here. Then went back in, and I took it in here. Same level. I'm not trading the micro futures, but that would have been a long, added to it, and it would have been out to the end of the week with a loss. 6B didn't give us anything. 6E gave us plenty of opportunities to get in for long. I would have taken some in here, then added that piece again in here, and taken it out in here somewhere. But again, I did not trade this instrument. Same thing with the CD, long, didn't get a chance to add, and would have been out with a loss. Swiss franc, would have been short in here, taking a lot of heat, then end of the week would have been out with a small gain. First target would probably be here somewhere. Again, the first target is usually recent support or resistant. As for the Forex, again, I took a beating. This, just almost on all of them. Took a lot of trades from the previous week, and I just toward here somewhere on Tuesday, this day in here, I was out of everything because it was a max loss for the week of 5%. So if you had not taken anything, you would have been long in here, added to it, and been out with a loss at the end of the week, or your stop loss should have been here somewhere automatically, and you would have been out of everything. Same thing with the Aussie, big loss for the week, and I had it from the previous week. Pound didn't really give us much of anything. Aussie yen, again, big loss, long, would have been long here, added to it, and a stop loss should have been here somewhere. And like I said, with this method, once every 3 to 4 months, we're gonna have this horrible week or 2 weeks. It seems like it's 2 weeks running into the Fed. That it's just gonna take quite a few weeks of gains. It's just part of the system. It's just one of those blips on the profit curve, and then you have to deal with that and continue on. Most probably with the Fed news next week, we'll be back into these levels in here. But you never know. It may continue down for a long time. Next week is new levels and start again. This I had traded again from last week, and when I went out of everything on Tuesday, some were okay. Yeah, this one was a slight gain, and like I said, I just went out of everything and it's gone. But this one, if you had not, you would have been, let's say we're starting the week with no positions, and now next week I'm starting flat with no positions. But this week, if you had take this, you would have been long in here, taken some heat, you would have added to it. Both positions taking a lot of heat, and obviously because we have this in here, your stop loss got to be a little bit below, which is quite wide. That's why you have to trade small sometimes, but you don't want to leave it inside of this, because this area is going to get tested. So if you had taken long, added to it, you would have been out with a small piece in here and out of everything, probably here somewhere, or back into the midpoint, weekly open. This is CAD yen. I was long and out of everything on Tuesday. Close all. CAD Swiss, long, and you would have been out with a loss toward the end of the week on all positions. Same thing, you would have been, this is the weekly open, long, added to it, didn't really get a chance to back to break even or slight gain. and took a lot of heat anyway, so chances are you would not have held through this, and there's really nothing to lean on and from history. So this is new levels. Stop loss would probably be here somewhere, and you would have been out of everything, or if you held, it would have been probably the same way anyway. Euro Aussie would have been short, added to it, and out of everything. Here to give you a chance to get out to break even. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a gain, but maybe break even in here somewhere. But if I was trading this, I would have held, expecting it to come back to here or to here. Euro long, and we have some support in here, resistant. You're taking some profit, then added it back in again, and taking profit or out of everything by the end of the week. Long, added to it, took a lot of heat, most probably been a stop loss in here. Let's see if we have any. Yeah, there's nothing here. Well, yeah, I mean this one, even if you use this as a stop loss in here, you'd have still been stopped, because mine would have been below it in here. So this would have been a stop if you had traded it. But if you did hold, chances are you would now with a much smaller loss in here, on here toward the end of the week. This is also a mess. Short, added to it. Over here you got a chance to go out with a gain, and I most probably would have taken it on this pair, because I've traded this before and I know how it moves. Then you would have been short again and taken it out to a loss, with a loss by the end of the week. Euro pound long, out in here, out of everything in here. Didn't have that bad. When I stopped for the week, I'm not initiating no positions. So short, you would have been out in here on a piece, maybe the rest back at break even. You were out of break even or the rest of the week, but it would have been slightly up. This also was one of the ones that held over the weekend last week. You would have been long in here, had a chance to get out with a small gain. And pound AUD, short, added to it, didn't really get into gain. Possibly in here you would have been got a chance to go out with a small loss, but again, I wasn't trading in here. This pound CAD, short, taking some off in here, continued on. I would have moved my stop loss to break even, or possibly in here after this bar, and just wait on it. Try to move, get a target in here, would have came back and stopped me at that original target. Pound Swiss would have been long, added to it. Never really got a chance to go out with a gain, possibly not even break even, I don't think, because you're taking two positions here and one, and this is not enough to, and most probably would have been stopped here anyway. This is just a long, would have been, my stop loss would have been here. Yeah, even if you lean on this bar, you have a stop loss in here, and you would have been gone, depending how much you're risking. Same thing, long, and out with a loss for the rest of the week. short, short. So actually this week the maximum loss had saved me from a lot of bad trades. When I say, okay, I'm not gonna lose more than 5%, I'm out. I go out of everything and wait the week is done. Saved me, because all of those would have been just huge losses. And you're gonna get those. You're gonna get those two to three times a year, maybe sometimes 4 times a year. You're gonna get moves like this. Long, added to it. Not really got a chance to get out with the break even or gain. Long, added to it. This would have given you a chance to get out with a gain, or possibly break even in here. Then we have corn, gave us 2 opportunities to short. That would have done really well. Back to in here, possibly here, or back to the weekly open. Wheat, nothing, just one trade late on Friday. Not a good idea to take. Soy, short, added to it. Both would have been out here with a gain somewhere in here. And then tried again. You could have been shorting again in here or here, depending when you took your profit. Didn't get a chance to add, but this one worked out better. So again, tough week for the Forex, out with the maximum 5% for the week. Great week for the micros. And next week we got the news, and we'll see how that goes. We're going to probably see some wild moves there as well. Sometimes when there are some really major news, such as the Fed week, I may skip the S1 and B1 and trade the extremes, the S2 and B2. That's it for the week. I am not up again this week, still down with the past from the past 2 weeks, but on the road to recovery.